Close your eyes for a second and imagine this. You wake up tomorrow morning, walk into your bathroom, and instead of reaching for 5 different expensive bottles, the cleanser, the anti-aging cream, the hair serum, the acne treatment, the pain relief gel, you reach for just one small bottle sitting quietly in the corner. And somehow, that one bottle does what all the others promised. Now here's the uncomfortable question. If something this powerful has been around for hundreds of years, why don't most people use it properly? Why is it sitting unnoticed on the bottom shelf of pharmacies while people spend thousands chasing miracle products? Stay with me, because one of these uses, especially the one most people laugh at, might completely change the way you look at this oil. You've probably heard of castor oil before. Maybe your grandmother mentioned it. Maybe you've seen it in a store and ignored it. Maybe you even own a bottle right now and have no idea what it's truly capable of. But today, you're going to see it differently. And as you listen, I want you to picture yourself using it. Feel it. Imagine the transformation. Because this isn't information for people. This is for you. And by the time we get to the 10th use, you'll understand why millions quietly rely on this oil in ways that most doctors don't even talk about. Before we go deeper, understand this clearly. This video is for educational purposes only. You are responsible for your health decisions, and it's always wise to speak with a qualified professional before trying anything new. Now that that's clear, let's begin with something personal. Have you ever washed your face, and instead of feeling clean, your skin felt tight, dry, almost irritated? You thought that tight feeling meant it's working. But what if that tight feeling is actually your skin asking for help? That brings us to the first powerful use of castor oil. Number 1, deep facial cleanser. Picture this. It's evening. The day has been long. Pollution, sweat, stress, maybe even makeup has settled into your pores. Your skin feels heavy. Tired. Instead of grabbing a harsh soap that strips everything away, imagine warming a few drops of thick, golden castor oil between your palms. You gently massage it into your face in slow circular motions. Not rushing. Not scrubbing. Just working it in. You can almost feel it dissolving the buildup. Because here's something most people don't realize, oil dissolves oil. Many cleansers strip your skin so aggressively that your body panics and produces even more oil to compensate. That's when breakouts start. That's when irritation begins. Castor oil works differently. It cleans without declaring war on your skin. It contains natural antibacterial properties, which means it helps remove dirt and impurities without wiping out the healthy bacteria your skin actually needs. And when that balance stays intact, your skin calms down. Imagine rinsing your face afterward with warm water, patting it dry, and instead of tightness, you feel softness. Not greasy. Not sticky. Just balanced. If you've struggled with acne, sensitivity, or constant breakouts, this might be the shift you didn't know you needed. But cleansing is only the beginning. Because what happens after your skin is clean determines how it ages. And this next one is where things get interesting. Number 2, reducing wrinkles naturally. Think about the first time you noticed a fine line. Maybe it was near your eyes. Maybe around your mouth. You leaned closer to the mirror. Tilted your head. Tried to convince yourself it was just the lighting. But it wasn't. Aging is natural. That's not the problem. The problem is when your skin loses moisture and elasticity faster than it should. Now imagine this instead. Every night, after cleansing, you take a small amount of castor oil and gently press it into those areas. Not rubbing aggressively. Just pressing it in like you're sealing something precious. Because that's what you're doing. Castor oil contains antioxidants that help fight free radicals, those unstable molecules that speed up aging. It also contains ricinoleic acid, a fatty acid that deeply moisturizes and supports skin elasticity. Over time, consistent moisture softens the appearance of fine lines. Skin looks fuller, healthier, less stressed. It's not magic. It's nourishment. And if you're thinking, but will it clog my pores? Remember what we just discussed. When used properly and in the right amount, it balances rather than overwhelms. Now here's something people rarely connect. Wrinkles and stretch marks are cousins. Both are forms of skin stress. And that brings us to something many people feel insecure about but rarely talk about openly. Number 3, reducing stretch marks. Stretch marks tell a story. Growth. Weight changes. Pregnancy. Muscle gain. Life. But even when you accept the story, you may still wish the marks would soften, fade, become less noticeable. Visualize this. You notice a stretch mark on your skin, maybe on your abdomen, your thighs, your arms. You apply castor oil and massage it slowly into the area. Not quickly. Intentionally. Stretch marks form when the skin stretches rapidly and collagen fibers tear. The healing process leaves behind those visible lines. Castor oil provides deep hydration that penetrates the layers of the skin. Over time, consistent massage helps soften scar tissue, flatten raised areas, and improve texture. And here's something important. This works best when the stretch marks are newer, typically less than 2 years old. That's when the skin is more responsive. But beyond the physical change, there's something deeper happening. When you massage your skin intentionally, you reconnect with your body. You replace criticism with care. That emotional shift matters. Because health isn't just about appearance. It's about relationship. Now, if you think skin transformation is impressive, wait until you hear what this oil can do for your hair. And not just shine. I'm talking about something much deeper at the root. Now imagine running your fingers slowly through your hair, and instead of feeling dryness, brittleness, or strands breaking between your fingertips, you feel strength, thickness, resilience. Not the artificial shine that disappears after one wash. Real strength. Because here's something most people don't realize, healthy hair doesn't start at the ends. It starts at the scalp. And that's where castor oil quietly does its work. Number 4, promoting hair growth. Think about the last time you noticed more hair in your comb than usual. Maybe you told yourself it was stress. Maybe you blamed genetics. Maybe you just sighed and moved on. But what if your scalp isn't weak, just neglected? Visualize this clearly. You part your hair gently and apply a small amount of castor oil directly to your scalp. You massage it in with the pads of your fingers, not your nails, moving in slow circles. You're not just applying oil. You're stimulating blood flow. You're waking up hair follicles that may have been dormant. Castor oil is rich in fatty acids that nourish the scalp and strengthen the hair shaft. It locks in moisture, reduces dryness, and minimizes breakage. And when breakage reduces, hair appears thicker, not because it's magically multiplying overnight, but because it's finally staying intact. Now picture doing this twice a week consistently. Weeks pass. Your hair feels softer. Looks shinier. When you tie it back, it feels fuller in your hands. And if dandruff has been a silent struggle, here's something important. Dandruff is often linked to inflammation and microbial imbalance on the scalp. Castor oil contains antimicrobial properties that may help calm irritation and reduce flaking over time. This isn't about overnight miracles. It's about quiet consistency. And consistency transforms. But hair isn't the only place inflammation causes problems. There's a deeper kind of pain many people silently endure. Joint pain. And this next use may surprise you. Number 5, a remedy for arthritis. Imagine waking up in the morning and before your feet even touch the floor, there's stiffness in your knees. Or in your fingers. Or your shoulders. It's not dramatic. It's not loud. It's just there. Persistent. Arthritis is rooted in inflammation within the joints. And inflammation is like a small fire inside the body, sometimes barely noticeable, sometimes overwhelming. Now picture this. You warm a small amount of castor oil between your palms and gently massage it into the affected area. Slow, steady movements. The warmth of your hands combined with the oil begins to relax the muscles surrounding the joint. Castor oil contains anti-inflammatory properties that may help soothe discomfort when applied topically. The act of massage itself increases circulation, which can ease stiffness and improve mobility. Some people even consume small, controlled amounts traditionally. Often mixed into tea with ingredients like ginger, though this should only ever be done after consulting a healthcare professional. But think about the emotional relief. Being able to bend your fingers without wincing. Being able to climb stairs without hesitation. Pain changes your mood. Relief changes it back. Now let's talk about something that affects confidence deeply, something visible. Because sometimes inflammation doesn't show up in joints. It shows up on your face. Number 6, a treatment for acne. Picture yourself looking into the mirror before an important event and noticing a breakout forming. It's frustrating, isn't it? Acne isn't just about skin. It's about confidence. It's about how you carry yourself in a room. Here's what's happening beneath the surface. Acne forms when hair follicles become clogged with oil and dead skin cells, often combined with inflammation and bacteria. Now imagine applying a thin layer of castor oil to clean skin at night. You're not drowning your face in it. Just a light, intentional layer. Its anti-inflammatory properties may calm redness. Its antimicrobial properties may help fight bacteria contributing to breakouts. And because it doesn't strip your skin aggressively like some harsh treatments, your skin doesn't overreact by producing more oil. Consistency matters here too. Apply daily for active breakouts or a few times weekly to maintain balance. Over time, instead of attacking your skin, you're supporting it. And support creates stability. But let's go deeper. Because your skin and joints are only part of the story. What if this oil could influence something happening inside your body, something invisible but powerful? Your immune system. Stay with me here, because this is where it gets fascinating. Number 7, boosting the immune system. Think about the last time you caught a cold. It started subtly. A scratchy throat. A slight heaviness behind your eyes. Then suddenly, your energy dropped. Your immune system is your silent defense army. And when it weakens, you feel it. Some researchers suggest that castor oil may support immune function by increasing lymphocyte production. Lymphocytes are a type of white blood cell responsible for producing antibodies when your body detects infection. Now imagine strengthening that defense. Imagine your body responding faster. Recovering quicker. Feeling more resilient during seasonal changes. Traditionally, castor oil packs have been used, cloths soaked in castor oil placed on the abdomen, believed by some to stimulate lymphatic circulation. Even the idea of that is calming, isn't it? Lying down. Warm compress. Deep breathing. Giving your body time to reset. Your immune system doesn't need panic. It needs support. And when your body feels supported, something else improves. Sleep. Because without sleep, everything suffers. And if you've ever stared at the ceiling at 2 a.m., you know exactly what I mean. Let's talk about that next. Number 8, relieving insomnia. It's 2:17 a.m. The room is quiet. The lights are off. Your body is tired, but your mind refuses to slow down. You turn to one side. Then the other. You adjust the pillow. You check the time again, even though you know it will only make things worse. And somewhere in that silence, a small thought creeps in. If I don't sleep now, tomorrow is going to be miserable. That pressure makes it even harder to rest. Insomnia is not just about staying awake. It's about the frustration of wanting to sleep and not being able to. Now imagine this instead. Before bed, you dim the lights. You slow your breathing. You take a very small amount of castor oil and gently rub it onto your eyelids or temples. Not aggressively. Just softly. You close your eyes. Castor oil is believed by some to promote relaxation when applied in this way. While more research is still needed, many people report that this simple ritual helps them unwind. But here's the deeper part. It's not just the oil. It's the ritual. When you consistently perform a calming action before sleep, your brain begins to associate it with rest. Your nervous system shifts from alert mode to recovery mode. Imagine falling asleep not by force, but by surrender. Waking up the next morning not groggy, but refreshed. Sleep restores your skin, your mood, your immunity, your focus. And speaking of restoration, there's something many people struggle with quietly, often embarrassed to even mention it. Digestive discomfort. Let's address it honestly. Number 9, relieving constipation. You've felt it before. That uncomfortable heaviness. The bloating. The slow, stubborn feeling in your stomach that refuses to move. Constipation isn't dramatic, but it drains your energy. It makes you irritable. Distracted. Uncomfortable in your own body. Now picture this. Castor oil has long been used as a natural laxative because it contains compounds that stimulate the small intestine and encourage bowel movement. But here's something important. This is powerful. Too much can cause unwanted side effects. So dosage matters. Medical guidance matters. Used carefully and responsibly, castor oil may help restore regularity when needed. And imagine the relief that follows. That lightness. That sense of comfort returning. Your body feels less tense. Your mind feels clearer. Because when digestion flows properly, everything else feels easier. But there's another use that surprises people. And it involves something that sounds worse than it actually is. Let me explain. Number 10, a treatment for ringworm. The name alone makes people uneasy. Ringworm. It sounds like something crawling under the skin. But here's the truth. There are no worms involved. Ringworm is a fungal infection that creates a circular, often itchy rash. It spreads easily and can be stubborn if untreated. Now visualize noticing a small circular rash forming. Instead of panicking, you apply castor oil gently to the area. Castor oil contains antifungal properties that may help combat the fungi responsible for this infection. Consistency is key here. You apply it daily, watching the redness slowly calm, the irritation reduce, the skin begin to heal. It's simple. Quiet. Effective. And by now, you may be realizing something. This oil isn't flashy. It doesn't scream for attention. It works steadily. Let's step back for a moment. Think about your skin. Your hair. Your joints. your digestion, your sleep, your immune system. All of them depend on one thing: inflammation control, moisture balance, internal support. Castor oil quietly touches each of these areas. But before we recap everything clearly so it sticks in your mind, pause for a second. Out of everything you've heard so far, which one surprised you the most? Was it the sleep support? The immune connection? The joint relief? I want you to actually think about it. Because awareness is the first step toward action. Now let's bring it all together in a quick recap. The top 10 uses of castor oil. Castor oil can be used as a deep facial cleanser, to reduce wrinkles, to reduce stretch marks, to promote hair growth, as a remedy for arthritis, as a treatment for acne, to boost the immune system, to relieve insomnia, to relieve constipation, and as a treatment for ringworm. 10 uses. 1 bottle. Now imagine placing that bottle somewhere visible in your home, not hidden away, but placed intentionally where you'll remember to use it. Because information alone does nothing. Application changes everything. Before we close, I want to speak to you directly. You don't need to chase every trending product. You don't need complicated routines. Sometimes the most powerful solutions are the simplest, the ones that have quietly existed for generations. But responsibility matters. Always consult a qualified healthcare professional before using castor oil internally or if you have underlying conditions. Your health deserves care, not shortcuts. If this opened your eyes even slightly, if you learned something new, if one of these uses made you pause and rethink what's possible, then do something small but powerful right now. Subscribe to NutriVibe Health Tips. Because this is where you learn how simple, natural tools can support your body in ways most people overlook. And if you found this valuable, share it with someone who keeps spending money on products that never deliver what they promise. You never know whose life you might simplify. Now take a breath. Imagine a healthier version of yourself 6 months from now: clearer skin, stronger hair, better sleep, smoother mornings. That future doesn't begin with a massive change. It begins with one small decision. Maybe even one small bottle. Have a blessed day. And remember, your health is not an accident. It's a series of intentional choices. Choose wisely.